Hi, I'm Prince Love live from Planet Earth. You are watching Chixxflix. It's a lot to talk about. I'm sure you already saw the title, so you know we're going to talk about Renee Nicole Good and what happened to that woman in Minnesota. Very unfortunate. We're going to talk about that. We might talk about this Aiden Ross Dochi thing because I want to kind of talk about that. And we'll definitely maybe we'll talk about Kai and his girlfriend breaking up too. But I want to start with the Renee Nicole Good situation because a lot of people and the president responded to this and they had comments about this and especially the right, your white conservative men had a lot to say about this and some responses that you might not have even thought would have been right. But we all saw the video of Renee Nicole Good. We saw ICE agents. They're trying to deport um, illegal immigrants or detained at least, and then maybe they'll get deported because we're not getting mass deportations, but I'll get into that later. Whoever voted for that. Anyway, so we saw the video. Her car is blocking the street path of them driving through, and the ICE agents come out their car, right? What was it, two, three of them? And one goes in front of the car, the other is on her window side of the car. I'm assuming they were telling her to move out the way because from what I saw in the video is she's trying to drive away. Like, of course, if you move up a little bit, like nobody just turns, right, to drive off. You're gonna back up a little bit, you might move up a little bit, but you're doing all that to turn in either left or right, right? You're trying to get out the way. There's an ICE officer standing in front of the car, which I thought was very weird. Like, why would you be standing in front of her car if your goal is to get if your goal is to go through the street and she's blocking the street, why would you be standing in front of her car, right? So when I saw the video, I thought she was trying to get away from them. I didn't think she was trying to run the ICE agent over. I did not think this woman was trying to do that. So then we find out that she has three kids and a wife. So I do not think that this woman was really trying to like ruin her whole life, right? I think she was protesting, but I don't think she was trying to like ruin her whole life and spend the rest of her life in prison by running over an ICE agent while the person is recording. I think the person that was recording is her wife, actually. I think that's what everyone's saying. It was her wife. So I didn't see it as like her trying to run the ICE agent over, which is the narrative that, you know, a lot of the conservatives are going with, Um, she drives. It looks like her wheels are turning to the right. He's calling it a threat. He takes his gun out. She shoots three times, one in the window, and I think the car got a hit too. But he definitely shot her in the face. So obviously she's unalive now. She's no longer with us. She's leaving behind a wife and three kids. And it's this kind of stuff that make you just wonder and go, what the heck is going on, man? What is going on? These ICE agents, they're stepping out their cars, they're wearing masks, look very unprofessional, look like a gang, if I'm being honest with you. These ICE agents look like gangs. They're wearing like a badge with a mask, glasses, and jeans. Like they look like a gang. So imagine having that approach your car in the first place. Like she's probably in the moment, she's like, damn, I really do want to get out of here now. Like they're approaching my car, and then this guy's putting his hand on his gun. He takes it out, like, and you're just looking at this and you're like, what the heck is going on with this administration? And you already know what it is, right? I don't even have, if you watch my show, you know what's going on. Right now, we're going to get a bunch more theatrics and a bunch more nonsense and a bunch more things that should just not be happening and just a bunch of unprofessionalism because Trump is not even delivering on what he promised his voters. He's not delivering on mass deportations. He's not delivering on stopping the war in Ukraine. It's still going on, and Putin is winning. He's getting more and more land every day, right? The economy is not getting better. Eggs are still high. Gas is still high. It's going up and down. A lot of your favorite products, when you go into a retail store, the prices go up and down. Everyone is noticing it. Everyone is taking pictures of prices literally going up and down, up and down. So you see this unprofessionalism with this ICE agent with Renee Nicole Good, and you're like, you see the theatrics. You see President Trump speak on it. You see we're going to get to his comments. You see JD Vance speak on it. And you're like, what's up with the theatrics? What's up with the unprofessionalism? What's up with that? And it's like, you're going to keep getting this because he's not doing anything for you. And he's going to continue not doing anything for you. So we're just going to get a more unprofessionalism, more theatrics, more things for us to talk about other than what's really important. What are you doing to make the country better? 50-year mortgages? Is that what you're doing? That's his plan, 50-year mortgages. That's how he wants you to afford a house. So you're going to see a lot more of that, and you're just going to see a lot more of these. I'm not going to say maybe a lot more unalivings because this shouldn't be happening, and it's not happening often. But the fact that it's happening once is enough for you to go, what is going on? You know, when other presidents, well, some people pointing out that when Obama was doing his deportations, this wasn't happening, right? You don't need the theatrics for deportations. You need order, organization, professionals, trained people. They're wearing masks. They look like a gang. They're wearing masks with blue jeans and a badge. They look like a gang. I don't care that they have a badge. So the responses of Renee getting like unalived has been very telling too. Because for a long time, the white conservatives will tell you that white people are being genocided. White people are being unalived. Here and in South Africa, right? They'll make up in their heads that white people are being genocided and they're being unalived. And you'll see people like Elon Musk, the richest man on planet Earth, repost things like that on Twitter as well and hype it up. Even though he is on his way to being a billionaire, he still feels like he's oppressed, apparently. So you see a lot of this, and you go, okay, if you guys are saying there's a genocide, and we're all supposed to believe you, why would you not be defending this? Why would you be defending the ICE officer? Why would you not be going, this is a tragedy, she shouldn't have lost her life? A lot of these white conservatives that have claimed that the white genocide is happening, their responses to this attack on this woman has been very telling. I'll actually read one of them, which is Matt Walsh. Matt Walsh, we all know he's racist. We all know he's like, Matt Walsh show is like for white people who are racist and old, basically. Anyway, so his response to this situation happening was on Twitter. This is what he said, and I'm quoting. This lesbian agitator gave her life to protect 68 IQ Somali scammers who couldn't give less of a ish about her. The most disgraceful and humiliating end a person could possibly meet. That was his response to her getting unalived. But apparently, Matt says that white people are oppressed and being genocided, but apparently her lesbian, I'm going to read it one more time. Her lesbianness, right? So he said, this lesbian agitator gave her life to protect 68 IQ Somali scammers who couldn't give less of an ish about her. So apparently her lesbianness has something to do with her being unalived. Because why else would he mention it? Right? Also, she's not lesbian, she's bi. She's been married before is what we're finding out. She had a husband. And she has 3 kids, and they weren't all adopted. So she's a bisexual woman. She's not a lesbian, Matt Walsh. But this is what like your white Christian conservatives, like things like this is what they've been saying. And it's like, when you read things like that, you know that the white birth rate is never going to go up. When you see, if you were a white woman and you read this tweet, would you want to create more white children? He has absolutely no compassion for this lady. If you were a white woman and you read his tweet, would you want to up the birth rate? Probably not. So the white birth rate is going to stay down. It's not going up. If this is the kind of men that are going to give judgment on certain things and say these kind of things online, then I promise you the white birth rate is going to stay very much down. It's not going up. You're on the gender that births you is getting unalived, and you're making fun of them because they're bisexual. Because Miss Good is a bisexual woman, you're saying that basically like whistleblowing that, hey, who cares? I mean, she's lesbian and she was protesting the ICE agent. Who cares if she got unalived? No compassion, but this is your white Christian conservative. Anyway, and its response is like that, right? I'm going to read Trump's tweet to the response to what happened, right? So this is what Trump said. So Trump goes, I have just viewed the clip of the event which took place in Minneapolis, Minnesota. It is a horrible thing to watch. The woman screaming was obviously a professional agitator. He's talking about the woman screaming behind the camera. And the woman driving the car, Miss Good, was very disorderly, obstructing and resisting, who then violently, willfully, and viciously ran over the ICE officer. who seems to have shot her in self-defense. So he's saying the ICE officer unalived that woman in self-defense. From that video, we can all tell she wasn't trying to hit him. She was trying to get out the way, move out the way. If they're with their car trying to get through the street, the right thing for her to do would to be move out the way. Maybe they would arrest her after she parks. Who knows? But she's trying to get out the way. She wasn't trying to run him over. Based on the attached clip, it is hard to believe he is alive, but now recovering in the hospital. He might have gone to the hospital, I guess, because maybe the car touched him slightly. Maybe. I didn't see that from the angle I saw. Or maybe he just went to check on himself or something like that. So he might be, but he's not hurt. We saw him walk away from the car. There's another video that was taken. He was walking fine. He wasn't limping or anything. Trump goes on to say the situation is being studied in its entirety, but the reason these incidents are happening is because the radical left is threatening, assaulting, and targeting our law enforcement officers and ICE agents on a daily basis. They are just trying to do the job of making America safe. We need to stand by and protect our law enforcement officers from the radical left movement of violence and hate. So even his response is like, he's another one that's on this birth rate thing. Okay, so you're telling me the white birth rate is going down. You want it to go up, but you're showing no compassion for this white woman who is just now unalived by this ICE officer when he didn't have to do that. Even in the video, I'll be honest with you, it looked like he moved out the way. So she got pew-pewed in her face, and they're making excuses for it. And you're looking, and you're like, yeah, that white birth rate is going to stay down. There's no way a white woman is going to read this tweet that Trump and Matt Walsh made and decide to make more white children. So the responses have been just telling, like it's almost like white conservative Christian men say, well, if you're going to defend anyone brown, you're just a race traitor and you deserve to be unalived. It's almost like they're saying that. It's almost like they're saying Renee Nicole Good deserved to be unalived because she was protesting ICE and they're getting the brown people out. So she deserved it. She's a race traitor. It's almost like they're saying that. It's almost like they're saying she deserved it. Why not? Why not? Hey, it is what it is. I've seen no compassion from these people about her unaliving. I also want to mention that as this has been happening in the 24 hours of her unaliving, she's raised over $1 million. So I'm sure that'll go to her family, her wife, which is now a widow, and her 3 children. Her ex-husband came out and had nothing but positive things to say about her. I don't have that screenshot, but yeah. And it's just sad, all this like just tantrums and theatrics and JD Vance coming out and saying this is a leftist thing and blah, 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 and slop, slop, slop. It's like JD Vance is going so hard to defend this ICE officer more than I've ever seen him defend his own wife. When Nick Fuentes is calling his wife a Jeet, do you see JD Vance defending his wife, Usha, as much as he defends this ICE officer? He's doing a press conference in the White House about this ICE officer, defending this ICE officer. He's doing more to defend this ICE officer than he's ever done to defend Usha from Nick Fuentes or any of the online racists going at his wife. But he'll defend this ICE officer. And it's like, bro, like, we don't want to hear from you either, bro. We don't want to hear from you either. Like, we know what this is. We know what it all is. It's theatrics because nothing is getting done. No mass deportations. Trump didn't even do 1 million last year of deportation, so we're not getting mass. You're saying Biden brought in 14 million, and you're not even doing 1 million a year? The war in Ukraine is still going on. Putin is winning. He's not losing. He's gaining more and more land every day. Trump has failed to get a ceasefire there. So we're going to lose that war. He is now on this thing of collecting infinity stones in the, I guess you can call it Hispanic countries. He's now saying, hey, Venezuela was the first. We're going to go after Cuba. We're gonna also go after Greenland. I mean, that's not a Hispanic country. We're gonna go after Mexico. He's now saying like literally we might do some strikes on Mexico. He just said that. So he's going after the Caribbean right now. I mean, he's going after the Hispanic countries, and it's just like, I mean, who even asked for all that? Like, who asked for all that? Who asked for you to kidnap the Venezuelan president? I didn't even speak on that yet, but who asked for that? Who asked for that? Nobody asked you for that. This whole, like, we know what this is. This is a distraction because you're not getting nothing done. Nothing is being done. This Nick Shirley guy, oh my God, yeah, I'm exposing the fraud. I'm exposing the fraud. Somali scammers, I'm exposing the fraud. We know what that is. That's distraction. That's distraction. We know what that is. That's all distraction. He's being boosted up because he's there to distract you. He's there to go, hey, look at the brown people commit scamming of money. Which would you rather prefer? And what did you vote for? Did you vote for Trump to release the Epstein files and lock up the deep state, or did you vote for Trump to expose Somali scammers? Which would you rather? The Epstein files and the people who did horrible things to the victims exposed and put in prison, or would you rather watch Nick Shirley go on a tangent of going door to door and asking to see kids like a creep when as a YouTuber and a creep and try to expose Somali scamming? Like, you didn't vote for that. You voted for the Epstein files. You voted for mass deportations. You voted for the war in Ukraine to stop. You voted for a better economy. You damn sure didn't vote for 50-year mortgages. And you also didn't vote for ICE agents unaliving women who are not a threat. And they're unaliving the white women that you claim is having a genocide. So all of it is just a distraction. All of it is just stupid. It's whack. It's whack. It's stupid. It's not. None of it is real. None of it is real. Of course, her being unalived, that's something that's serious. But the rest of it, the whole JD Vance press conference, the whole tweet of Trump, the whole Nick Shirley thing, like, bro, you're just a distraction. We don't need to talk about you. You're a distraction. You're there to distract from the fact that nothing is getting done. The only people that's winning in Trump being elected is the billionaires. Elon Musk, Mark Zuckerberg, Jeff Bezos, technocrats. This the only people that's getting what they want. Everybody else is not getting what they want. After Trump's gone, there still won't be there. His term is not going to be mass deportations. But anyway, so you're seeing all that and you're just going, wow, what? It's whack. It's trash. It's whack. None of it is cool. None of it. Um, None of it. Matt Walsh posting his tweet, JD Vance, Trump. It's like, do you think white women are going to have more kids if you're not giving any compassion to this woman just being unalived by a ICE agent, ICE officer? Like, do you think white women are going to go, oh my God, we should definitely have more white children because, our men, our white conservative Christian men are celebrating, damn near celebrating her being unalived by this ICE agent. So I don't believe she was trying to hit him. I believe she was trying to drive out the way. Whether she backs up or moves forward, she's trying to go to her right. That's how the wheels were going, and she's trying to get out the way of the street because they came up to her car. This guy standing in front of the car, and he's going, "Oh, I'm in danger." Why would you go in front of a car that's on? Why would you? Wait, so let me get this straight. You drive up to the woman, you get out your car, and you stand in front of the car that's on, and she's behind the wheel. Why would you do that? And then when she's driving to get out the way, you pew pew her, unalive her, and say, "Oh, you feel threatened?" Like, that doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense at all. Also, this is not funny, but I guess you can call it hilarious. His What we find out is his girlfriend is Filipina, and she's not even like from America. She's Filipina. She's from the Philippines. That ICE agent. So it's just all around just bull theater and just trash. Um, we should move on though. We should move on to something else. I don't know if I want to talk about that Dochi. You know, I'll talk about a little bit of it. Oh, sorry about this. I'm yarning because I'm tired. I'm yarning because I'm tired, you know. Work hard. Remember to share the video, guys. Please share the video, like the video, share it. You know, I'm on every platform. Prince Dear Love. This Aiden Ross and Dochi thing. This Aiden Ross and Dochi thing shouldn't surprise anyone. Aiden Ross has never had a good interaction with any black woman. Remember when Sexy Red was on Aiden Ross's stream and he was being so inappropriately sexual that her manager called on the stream and said, "Hey, get out of there. He's being too inappropriate. You need to leave." Remember that? So Dochi isn't the first, Sexy Red isn't the first, and I'm sure they both won't be the last. Like Aiden Ross has never had a good reaction on camera with any black woman. He's on his Twitter, on his stream. What has he not called Dochi? A itch, a hoe, saying she's entitled. Like he's been going off. He's been going off. He has never made any type of good interaction with him in any black. I haven't seen it. If someone has seen it, send it to me because I haven't seen him had any good interaction with any black woman ever. And then he wants to bring up, oh, well, I can talk about it. I can say what I want, blah, blah, blah. I can do this. I can do that. It's like, dude, do you not see a pattern here? What did Kai Cenat say? Kai literally told Aiden on stream, hey, I don't want to come on your stream because if I come on your stream, your chat is going to put monkey emojis and bananas in the stream, and they're going to be racist. Aiden Ross' response to that was, well, everyone's stream, everyone's chat is racist. No, dummy. Everyone's chat isn't racist, you stupid idiot. Your chat is a reflection of you, dummy. Everyone's chat isn't racist. So it's not even just black women, it's black men too. Like he's never had good quality interactions. I haven't seen it. You know, he's over here supporting Trump, having Trump on his stream. Like, what more do you need? I don't even have much more to say about it other than that. Like, literally, he was on, Sexy Red Hat was on his stream. He was so inappropriate that the manager called and said, hey, you need to leave. He's being inappropriate. That's how inappropriate he was when he's talking about, I've never been with a black girl. Bro, nobody cares, you virgin. You probably never been with one because none of them like you. Like Dochi. That's the funny part. You probably never been with one because none of them like you. You're weird. You're a weirdo. You're weird. Anyway, I don't even have much else to say about that, but I just thought I saw that going around and I'm just like I saw people like really making excuses, academics. It's like, bro, academics is for some reason academics is always defending a white guy that talks ish about black women. But how can I like he's always doing that. Remember when he was defending Vlad? When he's defending Culture Vulture Vlad, like Vlad that tried to get that black woman fired from her job in college because she's told him that he shouldn't speak on the culture because he's white, which he is. He's a white Russian. And like academics was defending him. So academics defending him, he's defending Aiden. It's like, bro, just chill. In these conversations, when it comes to like blackness, you should just stay out of it. And you're acting like what you are, an immigrant. Anyway, so I saw that and I was just like, that's so like this guy's never had a good. If you're forgetting how Aiden interacts with black women, you need to jog your memory and go on YouTube. Um, is that all I want to talk about though? Let me see. I think that's it. I don't think I had anything else. I think I'll say this last thing about because that's awesome. This is funny. Now this is funny. I'm not gonna lie. This is funny. I'm sure you've heard that Vivek left Twitter because he was getting bullied on Twitter by all the white races. Literally. Literally, he left Twitter. So Vivek left Twitter because he was receiving so much hate in the comments by his own base, by the right, by white conservative men, by racists, by Nick Fuentes. He was receiving so much hate comments that he decided to leave Twitter, bro. Leave Instagram and Twitter. And I can't do nothing but laugh. His excuse for this was, oh, well, he was like, it gives a false reality of how people actually think. Vivek, you are experiencing racism, sir. Sir, they are making fun of you and your Indianness. You are experiencing racism. Didn't Ant Coulter literally tell Vivek, I made a video about it, that hey, I like what you said on stage. I like what I heard when you were running for president, but I would never vote for you because you're Indian. Like Vivek, like Vivek is just so like he's one of those immigrant coons that like they don't care. And he was born here, but they don't care that like they gotta like pander to white people and just kiss their ass as long as they get what they want. And what Vivek wants is governor of Ohio. So he's gonna like take it all in the chin. He's never gonna say the R word. Vivek Ramaswamy is never gonna say, "Hey, I'm receiving racism and this isn't right. Can you please stop?" Instead, he goes, "I'm getting off Twitter and Instagram." And it's like after all that pandering to white people and all that ass kissing, you even if you don't like Vivek, you gotta at least go, "Yo, you better win." You've been pandering to white people since you've been running for president. You better win, dude. They've been making jokes about you. Nick Fuentes calling your wife a Jeet. They calling you a Jeet. They're bringing up Indian poop throwing festivals in India. You better win. Come November, I think it is, when we see who win for governor of Ohio. You better win, man, because you've been doing a lot of ass kissing to white people. You better win. Now he's getting off Twitter. Now he's getting off Instagram because they've been bullying him so much. Ain't that something? He can't even stand the heat. And if you can't stand the heat of Twitter and Instagram, then maybe you will lose and maybe you deserve it. And also, you should, honestly, I'm saying you better win, but you should lose for being such a nasty panderer. Like, Vivek, what you're experiencing is racism. Ignoring it is not going to change nothing. There's a long way to November. We're still in this January, bro. It's a long way to November. You know? So all I'm saying is, hey, you better win. You better not lose. Because if you lose, this is going to be very embarrassing. Um, that's all I had to say about that. I think I'm gonna cut it short. But please, I should I think I should go live tomorrow night as well. I think I will. So remember to follow me, subscribe, like the video, share the video, all that good stuff. Hopefully you liked the show. Hopefully the show was good for you. I gotta go live more often. But remember to follow me on Twitch, follow me on Twitter, YouTube, Facebook. Share this video so everybody gets more of the content and sees a different perspective of certain topics. Is that all I had to say? Oh, I'll say this last thing. I'll say this last thing. Damn, some of you probably already clicked off the video. I'll say this last thing. Kai broke up with his girlfriend and posted about it. He said, "Oh, I'll never be in another relationship again." And I want to say, it's not surprising that Gigi and Kai are no longer together. Gigi, before she got with Kai, said her type was 6'3", light skin, and makes music. Does that sound like Kai Cenat, the dark-skinned streamer that does not make music? Kai has one song, I think. But anyway, does that sound like Kai Cenat? 6'3", light skin, and makes music. That is not Kai. So it's not surprising that they're no longer together. Also, Kai, you're in a different league than most men. You've beaten most men. You're in a millionaire league. You're like the top 5 or 1%. You should not be showing us every girl you date because of things like this where y'all break up, you're heartbroken, and we all know her face. Why is Gigi even having more clout than she would normally have? Because you brought her to our faces. So it's like, dude, next time you get a girl, just keep it on the low. And here's the thing, with that, you'll know if she's really for you because she won't care about the clout. She'll care about you. Of course, you'll have to buy her stuff, take her out, but she'll care about you, not the clout. It's not surprising at all. Then Gigi comes out and says, "Hey, I left you." Think about that for a moment. Gigi, she came out and said, "I left you." Is there anything special about Gigi other than the fact that she's young? She's saying that shit like, "Yo, Kai, you lucky to even get a chance with me." Kai's the streamer, Kai's the millionaire, Kai's the one that put in the work. Yeah, and Kai's the one that upgraded her, and she's talking about, "Oh, I left you." So you see why you should just like not do that? Like at his, like a lot of you watching this, you're not at Kai's level. I'm not at Kai's level. Kai's a millionaire. He's still in his 20s. He has so much money, so much clout. Top streamer, top of his game. Gigi is literally just a chick that does what? What does she even do? So it's like, yeah, it's not even surprising that they broke up because her type is 6'3", light skin, and makes music. That's literally what she said before she got with Kai. Now, with Kai money, anyone is his type. If you have Kai Sinet money, you're every girl's type for now. Seeing as how she broke up, she's saying she left him. But even and he didn't respond to that in a nasty way because he's an upstanding guy. But see how she's kind of like nasty with it, like I left you. Imagine that. Gigi saying I left you. Gigi, who we don't know from where. We only know her because of she dated Kai. We only know Gigi because she dated Kai. She does nothing. Kai's the streamer, Kai's the millionaire, Kai's the one that put in the work. But anyway, that's all I had to say about that. It's like, dude, the next time you date someone, don't tell us about it because of things like this. Anyway, that's all I have to say. I really got to go now. I'm Prince Dear Love live from planet Earth.